Picture this. A ship, the Mary Celeste, is sailing through the vast, unpredictable waters of the Atlantic Ocean. It's a sturdy, two-masted brigantine, fully loaded with over 1,700 barrels of crude alcohol, destined for Genoa, Italy. On board are Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter Sophia, and a crew of 7 experienced seamen. They set sail from New York City on a crisp November day in 1872, the mood optimistic, the journey ahead routine. But this voyage would be anything but ordinary. It would become the heart of one of the most enduring and baffling maritime mysteries of all time. Fast forward about a month. On December 4th, another ship, the Dei Gratia, is on a similar transatlantic route. Its captain, David Morehouse, knows Captain Briggs personally. As they scan the horizon, they spot a vessel drifting erratically. It's moving, but not with purpose. It seems uncontrolled. As they draw closer, a chilling realization dawns on them. The ship is the Mary Celeste. They hail it again and again. Silence. There is no response from the deck. Something is terribly wrong. Concerned, a boarding party from the Dei Gratia rows over. What they find is a scene frozen in time, an eerie tableau of abandoned life. The ship is seaworthy, a little waterlogged, but nothing a seasoned crew couldn't handle. The sails are partially set, though some are torn, and the rigging is a mess, but the ship itself is sound. The cargo of alcohol is almost entirely untouched, save for 9 barrels found empty. This detail would later fuel theories, but at the moment, it only added to the confusion. Why would a crew abandon a perfectly good ship with its valuable cargo intact? As the boarding party moves below deck, the mystery deepens. The crew's quarters are undisturbed. Their sea chests and personal belongings are all there, neatly stowed. Clothes are still hanging. Pipes are left beside bunks, as if their owners had just stepped out for a moment. In the captain's cabin, they find his logbook. The last entry was made 10 days earlier, on November 25th. It noted the ship's position and mentioned nothing unusual. No storms, no pirate threats, no hint of distress. Everything seemed perfectly normal. Even more perplexing, a meal, or what looked like the preparation for one, was left unfinished in the galley. It was as if 10 people had vanished into thin air, but there were a few crucial clues. The ship's single lifeboat was missing. This suggests the crew and the Briggs family left the ship deliberately. But why? The ship's chronometer and sextant, essential navigational tools, were also gone. This implies their departure wasn't a panicked, last-second decision. They took the tools they would need to navigate in a small boat. Yet Captain Briggs was known as a highly competent and sober man, not someone who would abandon his vessel for a flimsy reason. There were no signs of a struggle, no bloodstains, no evidence of a fight or mutiny. The ship's log recorded no severe weather. So what could have compelled 10 people to get into a small lifeboat in the middle of the Atlantic, leaving a perfectly safe and valuable ship behind? Over the years, theories have swirled like a storm around the Mary Celeste. Some have proposed pirates, but nothing of value was taken, aside from the navigational instruments. A mutiny? Possible, but the crew was known to be reputable, and there was no evidence of violence. What about the cargo? Some speculated that fumes from the barrels of alcohol could have built up, leading the crew to fear an imminent explosion. Perhaps they opened the hatches to ventilate, and a sudden vapor release caused a panic. In this scenario, they might have temporarily moved to the lifeboat, trailing the ship on a long rope, intending to return once the danger passed. A sudden squall or a snapped tow line could have separated them from the Mary Celeste forever, leaving them to their fate in the open ocean. This is one of the more plausible explanations. Other theories are far more fantastical. Sea monsters, giant squids, paranormal events, even alien abduction have been suggested. The story became a canvas onto which people projected their wildest fears and imaginations about the deep sea. The fact that the ship was found in the area now famously known as the Bermuda Triangle only added fuel to these supernatural speculations, even though the discovery location was hundreds of miles away. Despite countless investigations, documentaries, and books, no wreckage of the lifeboat and no trace of the 10 souls aboard the Mary Celeste has ever been found. They simply disappeared. The ship itself was salvaged and sailed for another 12 years under different owners, haunted by its past, before being deliberately wrecked in an insurance fraud scheme. But the story of its ghost crew lives on. It remains a chilling reminder of the sea's power and its mysteries. A perfectly good ship, a routine voyage, and a sudden, inexplicable disappearance. What do you think is the most likely explanation for what happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste? Was it a panicked evacuation due to the cargo, a freak wave, or something else entirely? Drop your theories in the comments below. I'd love to read what you think. And if you're fascinated by unsolved mysteries like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching.